What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to do a status of the collection update for 2020. Now, I'm not a big fan of doing collection updates. I think it's sort of braggadocious, and there's really not anything to brag about here, but YouTube requires it. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by my little channel once again. Today, we are going to do a State of the Collection 2020. Seems like every YouTuber on the planet does one. Again, not a huge fan of them. I don't really, my collection, I just have what I have, and I like what I like. There's nothing extravagant. Some are incredibly cheap. We're going to take a look at them today. I do want to go over this watch box in detail at some point. This analog shift collaboration with Wolf. I have a few Wolf watch boxes and a few watches, starting with this one. This is a little Lafayette Watch Company Cat in the Hat watch from 1972, guys. Gold-plated, missing its crown, so I'm not sure if the manual wind movement still works, but how cool is this? Display case back, manual wind, canvas rally strap for a little kid's watch. I was 1 year old wearing this thing. My mom and dad got this for me when I was a little kid. I'll keep it forever. It is probably the most cherished watch in my possession. Moving on to this Monchard Trench Hunter. This is a 38 millimeter, I believe, field watch, a quartz field watch that I'm going to be doing a review of at some point. This is on an aftermarket custom strap that I really enjoy. Looking really forward to doing a review on this watch. This was sent to me by Wrist Gaming when I purchased the watch box at the beginning of the video, and I've really enjoyed it and look forward to sharing it with you guys. It is part of my current collection. It will probably stay part of my current collection for a good while because, like I said, even though it's sort of a micro brand and you know, not really what I usually go for, I really actually enjoy this watch a lot. So yeah, we'll do a full review soon. And moving on to a watch that hardly gets any wrist time, this little quartz moon phase Timex. This is your standard sort of 80s design watch. Not really much to say about this one. I may give it away in the future. If you want it, let me know. This is another of the collection that I'll probably give away at some point. This 70s style Timex. This one, a manual wind, which makes this one a little cooler than the quartz piece before. Moving on to another little manual wind piece, this mid-century Evans. You can see we replated the case back. We actually replated the whole case, but I'm not really sure what happened here. I plated it, put it in the watch case, and that happened. Moving on to two watches that are technically part of my collection at the moment. They are here for review. We'll do a review on each one of these guys in the near future. A couple little micro brands. Should be fun reviews. Not really my main stuff. Let's move on to this Wolf box. This box contains a lot of Casios, including this really fun piece. You gotta love a Casio calculator. I've wanted one of these things ever since I was a little kid, and then renewed my want when Back to the Future came out. I finally picked one up, and it gets hardly anywhere at all, but that's okay because I love it. It's in my collection. It's probably going to stay forever. There's always the occasional Halloween costume I can use it for. Moving on to a few other Casios, this time G-Shock with the DW5600E and its big brother, the Full Metal Square. And love these things. I really didn't see myself as a G-Shock guy. I am very much a G-Shock guy at this point. I've done reviews for both of these in the past. If you guys would like to see another, let me know. And by the way, if you'd like to see a video on any of these watches, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments which are your favorite, what I should keep, what I should get rid of, that sort of thing, as I am going to change it around in 2021, as I always do from year to year. But the G-Shock Square, it's classic, it's perfect in any iteration. Moving on to 3 watches that I honestly really don't know what to do with, guys. The first, this watch given to me by my supposed fiance. It's a Kenneth Cole. It's a skeleton piece. I actually fell in love with this before I really knew what watches were. I really like it on this aftermarket strap, and I actually really like the watch. I don't know what to say about it. A lot of things have changed in 2020, and this watch just doesn't hold the feeling it did. On to 2 others that I actually picked up in 2020. This Nuvex annual calendar, 1969 through 1992. Really cool. Has an aftermarket case back on it, which is fine, I guess. But I picked this up after getting a gold one. I gave the gold one away on the channel. I hope they're enjoying that watch. This one, I picked this up as well on an eBay bid. Both of these eBay watches, I like them, but honestly, I don't know that they're going to stay in the collection. They might be a giveaway. I might put them up for sale. I don't know what to do with those. So back to a couple I actually really care about. These two, the 007 and 009 SKX iterations of the Seiko Icon. Absolutely fantastic watches. The one on the left on an aftermarket leather, sent to me by Scott Keeps Time over on Instagram. Hopefully we can get that podcast going this year and we can talk more about watches. On the right, the 009. I was actually wearing the 007 when a guy wearing this exact setup came into the shop looking for a certain Omega. We talked watches, and I could not stop staring at that 009 and had to pick one up for myself. So that's exactly what I did. I got the 009 actually from a coworker and love it. And speaking of watches I love, everyone needs a birth year piece, guys. This one you can see is not running. Why is it not running? Because it bleeds batteries like crazy. I've never had a watch burn through batteries. I've never had anything burn through batteries quite like the Bulova Accutron from 1971. This Space View is a parts piece, I do believe. I don't believe this was originally set up like this. I believe it's built with parts, but that's completely okay. I love it on this Ostrich. The quick change battery function there, the quick change battery porthole, I understand why that's necessary. My God, this thing bleeds batteries, but I do love it. I rarely wear it, but it's perfect. And speaking of watches that are perfect from the 70s era, how about this Strela Seconda chronograph? These guys issued to military, USSR military, to cosmonauts back in the late 60s through mid 70s. This one, a early to mid 70s piece. I picked up on What You Seek a number of years ago. Absolutely love it. It's basically the Russian moon watch. It could not be a cooler piece in my opinion. It's rough, it's raw, it's everything a tool watch should be. And speaking of the moon watch, I don't have a moon watch, but I do have a moon watch dial in my Omega collection. Let's take a look at these Omegas for my collection. This one I've done a review on. I've done some history. It popped up on Hodinkee. Still amazed that I was able to put it on Hodinkee and they aired it. I think it was like the 4th episode. This one, a 1946 custom order for a Brazilian military award. hand engraved in Brazil, then given to a cadet of a naval academy for something. Still trying to figure that one out. But you have a vice admiral who's extremely famous in that military. On the case back, you have a custom dial. You have a solid gold case, all original, including the crown. Obviously, this strap from Straps Co. is not original, but I do have the strap that I purchased it on. And then, love me some Planet Oceans. This one, the liquid metal, only done as a limited edition, was such a cool thing until pretty much all the Planet Oceans became ceramic and liquid metal, and then it's sort of like, okay, well, you sort of defeated the limited edition. But Omega always does that, right? So anyway, I've always wanted a Planet Ocean. The Omega Planet Ocean in the pumpkin and the orange got me into modern Swiss watches, so it makes sense I would want one. The reverse Panda Speedmaster from the late 90s, 1997 in this case. Beautiful reverse Panda dial. This one completely updated by Omega. I know, don't send your stuff to Omega. They'll totally rejuvenate it and ruin all the patina. Well, that's exactly what I wanted for this watch. I ordered it. It was beat to hell, and it bugged me. I got water under the dial, said it's a good time to just update it and make it my own, and that's exactly what I did. I've got a video of that in the collection. If you want to search for that, I'll put it in the description. And then my most recent pickup of any watch, not just Omega, this Mark II from 1972, 1 year off of my birth year watch, but the same year that I received my very first watch, that Cat in the Hat. So makes sense. On to two very, very not genuine watches. The Planet Ocean on my left, a noob high-end replica. The Dolex, as I like to call it, on my right, a very low-end replica from DH Gate, hence the name. So I'm not here to criticize reps or to promote them, just saying I got my start by joining a replica forum because I did not think I would ever spend much money on a watch like this. Obviously, that has changed, and I love the watches I have. This is one of my very favorites. Another watch that gets a lot of flack, but it gets a lot of flack because of the size. I get it. It's a good size watch, but if you have never tried this on, before you criticize it, try it on. See if you like it, because I was very surprised at how well this felt and how much I enjoyed this watch. It's one of my very favorites. It's quartz. I shouldn't like that. It's huge. I shouldn't like that. It is a 1971 engraving on the case back. Maybe that's one reason I love it, being that I was born in 1971, and it technically is a birth year insignia. But, you know, I don't know. I think a lot of it is it's just a great watch. Some may disagree. Many do. Many do in the comments. And lastly, on my wrist is another Monchard, this time a pilot's watch, the Sky Toucher. This micro brand is interesting to me. I'm looking forward to doing a review on this piece as well as the other Monchard. Let me know, guys, if you want that sooner, if you want one of these other watches reviewed sooner. I'll do a review on anything you see here. This is pretty much my collection, guys. And like I said, I don't really like doing collection reviews like this state of the collection, because you can't go into detail on each piece, and it just kind of comes off as, I don't know. But it is what it is, guys. These four probably will not stay in my collection. The two on the left for the reviews, the two on the right I picked up On a whim, I will probably do a giveaway on those. Until then, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you soon.